The Greater Kudu is one of Africa's most beautiful and graceful antelope species. Its scientific name is Tragelaphus strepsiceros, which comes from Greek words meaning twisted horn goat. The animal is native to eastern and southern Africa and has roamed the continent for thousands of years. Ancient rock paintings made by early African people often included kudus, showing how important and admired these animals have always been. The name kudu is believed to come from the Khoikhoi language of southern Africa. In many African cultures, the kudu is respected for its elegance, alertness, and ability to disappear silently into thick bush. The spiral horns of the male have also been used in traditional ceremonies, musical instruments, and artwork throughout African history. The Greater Kudu is sometimes called the grey ghost because of its remarkable ability to blend into dry woodland and vanish almost unnoticed. Although there is also a smaller species called the lesser kudu, the Greater Kudu is much larger and carries longer spiraling horns. It is regarded as one of the most impressive antelope species in Africa. Greater kudus live mainly in woodlands, bushveld, thorny scrublands, and rocky hillsides. They prefer areas with plenty of bushes and trees where they can hide from danger. Dense vegetation is very important to them because their striped bodies blend perfectly into shadows and branches. They are often found in places where open grasslands meet thicker bush. These antelope are widely spread across countries in eastern and southern Africa, including South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, and Kenya. They are especially common in areas with acacia trees and dry river valleys. Kudus usually avoid completely open plains because they rely heavily on camouflage and cover for protection. During hot weather, Greater Kudus often rest in shaded areas to avoid the intense African sun. They can survive in fairly dry regions because they are able to get much of their moisture from plants and leaves. Their adaptability allows them to live in both mountainous terrain and flatter woodland regions, as long as there is enough vegetation for shelter. The Greater Kudu has a soft grayish-brown coat that helps it blend perfectly into dry African bush. Depending on the region and age of the animal, the color may appear slightly bluish-gray, sandy brown, or light tan. This natural coloring acts as excellent camouflage, especially during early morning and evening light. One of the kudu's most striking features is the series of narrow white vertical stripes running down the sides of its body. Most Greater Kudus have between 6 and 10 stripes. These markings break up the outline of the body, making the animal difficult for predators to spot among branches and shadows. The face of the kudu is decorated with beautiful white markings, including a white chevron between the eyes. The ears are large and often edged with lighter fur. Male kudus usually appear darker than females as they age, and older bulls may develop a rougher, more weathered appearance that adds to their majestic look. The Greater Kudu has a tall, slender, and athletic body designed for moving quietly through thick bush. Despite its large size, the kudu appears graceful and elegant rather than heavy. Its long legs help it step carefully over rocks, fallen branches, and dense vegetation without making much noise. Male kudus are famous for their enormous spiral horns, which can twist in 2.5 to 3 full turns. These horns are among the longest of any antelope species and continue growing throughout much of the animal's life. Females do not have horns, giving them a simpler and more streamlined appearance. The kudu's large, rounded ears are another important feature of its build. These sensitive ears can rotate to detect danger from different directions. Its neck is long and muscular, especially in older bulls, and males often develop a beard-like strip of hair beneath the throat, giving them an even more impressive appearance. The Greater Kudu is one of the tallest antelope species in Africa. Adult males can stand up to 1.5 meters tall at the shoulder, making them tower above many other antelope. Females are smaller and lighter, but they still have an elegant and impressive appearance. Male kudus usually weigh between 190 and 270 kilograms, while females often weigh between 120 and 210 kilograms. Their size gives them strength and endurance, yet they remain agile enough to move through thick bush with remarkable ease. Despite their large bodies, they can disappear quickly into vegetation. The horns of mature bulls add even more to their impressive size. In some individuals, the horns can grow longer than 1.5 meters. These giant spirals make the Greater Kudu one of the most recognizable and admired antelope species in the world. Greater Kudus are naturally cautious and alert animals. They often pause for long periods while carefully observing their surroundings before moving again. Their excellent hearing and eyesight help them detect danger early, and they usually rely on stealth and camouflage rather than aggression. These antelope are generally shy and prefer quiet areas away from heavy disturbance. They move gently and silently through the bush, often in single file. Females and young animals commonly form small family groups, while older bulls may live alone or join bachelor groups for short periods. Greater Kudus are most active during the cooler parts of the day, especially early mornings and late afternoons. During the hottest hours, they rest in shaded thickets where they remain almost invisible. When startled, they may freeze completely, trusting their camouflage before finally moving away in long graceful leaps. The spiral horns of the male Greater Kudu are among the most spectacular in the animal kingdom. Each horn twists in a graceful spiral pattern that can take years to fully develop. These horns are so iconic that they are often used as symbols in African art and traditional culture. Greater Kudus are excellent jumpers and can clear surprisingly high obstacles even in thick bush. Their long legs and flexible bodies allow them to move elegantly through difficult terrain. Watching a kudu leap over bushes or fallen trees is one of the most impressive sights in African wildlife. Another fascinating fact is how difficult they are to spot in the wild despite their large size. Their stripes and body color create perfect camouflage among branches and sunlight. Even experienced wildlife guides sometimes lose sight of a kudu only a few meters away because it blends so perfectly into its surroundings. Greater Kudus are usually quiet animals, but they do make several sounds to communicate. One of their most common sounds is a sharp bark or alarm call used when danger is nearby. This sudden bark warns other kudus to become alert and cautious. Calves often make softer bleating sounds when communicating with their mothers. Females may also use low grunts or gentle calls to keep contact with young animals while moving through dense bush. These sounds are usually soft and difficult for predators to detect. During tense encounters between males, deep grunts and snorting sounds may sometimes be heard. Kudus also produce loud breathing noises when frightened and running away. Even though they are not highly vocal animals, their sounds play an important role in warning and communication. The Greater Kudu is surprisingly fast for such a large antelope. When threatened, it can run at speeds of around 70 kilometers per hour. This speed helps it escape predators such as lions, hyenas, and wild dogs in the African bush. Kudus combine speed with agility, making them difficult to catch in rough terrain. They can twist quickly between trees, leap over obstacles, and race across rocky hillsides with impressive balance. Their long, powerful legs provide both speed and graceful movement. Rather than relying only on straight-line running, Greater Kudus often use sudden changes in direction to confuse predators. Their ability to jump high fences and thick bushes while running at full speed makes them one of the most athletic antelope species in Africa. Greater Kudus are mainly browsers, meaning they feed mostly on leaves, shoots, twigs, herbs, and fruits rather than grass. They prefer feeding from trees and shrubs, especially acacia species. Their flexible lips and long tongues help them pull leaves from thorny branches. During different seasons, kudus adjust their diet depending on what plants are available. In dry periods, they may eat seed pods, bark, and tougher vegetation to survive. They are highly adaptable feeders and can live in areas where grazing animals struggle to find enough food. Greater kudus often feed during the cooler parts of the day, especially early mornings and evenings. They move quietly while feeding and may stand on their hind legs to reach higher branches. This browsing lifestyle helps reduce competition with grazing animals like zebras and wildebeest. The breeding season of the Greater Kudu usually depends on rainfall and local conditions. During this time, mature bulls become more active and may travel long distances searching for females. Males often compete by displaying their size and impressive spiral horns to rivals. After mating, the female carries the calf for about 8 months before giving birth, usually to a single calf. Newborn calves are carefully hidden in thick vegetation for the first few weeks of life. The mother visits quietly to feed the calf while keeping its location secret from predators. Young kudus grow quickly and begin following their mothers after several weeks. Female calves often remain with family groups, while young males eventually leave to join bachelor groups or live alone. Mature bulls continue developing larger horns and stronger bodies as they age, becoming more dominant during future breeding seasons. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for even more viewing pleasure. Don't forget, like and comment. Feel free to share.